What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another video. Today, I'm ranking the Kirby titles, and yes, I'm finally making a Kirby video after all these years. Also, I don't think I need this tier, because I finally, played Kirby Superstar. The last time I made a Kirby video was the top 10, or talk about Kirby games was the top 10 video, but I didn't talk about every Kirby game, and now I play them all, and yes, I have played Superstar Ultra now, so now I can finally rank these. So, let's go ahead and get this started. So, I guess I'll go by the order. So, now I will say that I don't think any Kirby game is bad, honestly, but D tier will not mean I hate them. Just saying this right now. I honestly don't think there's a bad Kirby game, even the Game Boy titles, honestly, so yeah. And yes, I did play the Game Boy titles just so I can make this video, so thanks. Alright, anyway, let's get this started. Starting this off with Kirby's Dreamland 3. This is a classic title I used to play on the SNES. I love it a lot. You have Gooey on your team, you get to combine abilities. Honestly, this is a fun time. Definitely putting this in A tier for sure. So yeah. Kirby's Dreamland on the Game Boy. This is a nice short Kirby game. Nothing too crazy, but it is a classic. So does this go in C or B, honestly? I'm honestly not sure, because there are some of the titles I'm not a fan of. I think I'm gonna put this in like, because it definitely has it. It's still interesting to go back to. Maybe like B, I guess? Yeah, I'll put it in B. Alright. Kirby Mass Attack. I'm sorry, guys, but I gotta put this game in C. This isn't a bad Kirby game. It's just overwhelming, honestly. It's 100%. When I went back to it, it felt way more overwhelming. Maybe I just suck at the game, but I don't think it's bad. It's definitely unique. The only positive I'll say is the sub-games, especially that RPG one. Makes me want a Kirby RPG. But otherwise, it's just kind of decent at best, so yeah. Kirby Star Stacker, which is a little puzzle Kirby game. I guess when you compare it to, what is it called? Warrior Wars, I think it's called? I'm not sure. But I think it's kind of something I haven't played in a while. But yeah, I thought it was a decent Kirby game, so that one's fun. Kirby Ball Block, where you have Kirby bouncing around. It's not unlike pinball, where it's like you breaking the block stuff. It's a cool idea, honestly, so I'll put it in C. So yeah. Alright, Kirby Battle Royale. This game is just, some people are indifferent with this game, and I'm definitely one of them. It was an interesting concept. I almost forgot this exists. I'll put this in like C, honestly. It was an interesting time though, so yeah. Alright, next up, Kirby Canvas Curse. I honestly like this one. This one's a cool game, but it can be brutal at times, so probably B tier, honestly. Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. This is not a 3D Kirby game, but it's definitely a fun time. Mixing up abilities, using your allies to help you on your venture. I gotta put this in A. This is a classic, easily. One of my favorite N64 games. This is Super Kirby Clash. I honestly forgot I had this, honestly. This was definitely a fun time, but it's nothing compared to the other Kirby games, honestly. But it's maybe like B. So yeah. Alright, we'll get to the S tiers, don't worry. Kirby Squeak Squad. This might be crazy to y'all, but I gotta put this in A. Maybe I have a bit of nostalgia for this one, but I honestly like this game. Some people are indifferent with it, and I can understand, but maybe it's nostalgia talking. I actually like this one. The concept's really cool, and I love the squeaks, so yeah. Next up, Kirby Superstar and Superstar Ultra. So, I'm gonna put Kirby Superstar in S tier. This is easily one of my favorite Kirby games, and Superstar Ultra, now that I finally played it, yes, it's better than the OG. So, yes. You don't have to kill me. Alright, but I love both, honestly. But I just mostly replayed the OG. But Max DD is in Superstar Ultra, so it's better. Alright, Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. I've got to put this in... I'm putting this in S tier. Like, this is Kirby's... Oh yeah, I guess I should bring up Kirby's Adventure. I'll bring it up later. This is Kirby's Adventure, but better, in my opinion. It's just a remake of it. That's just better. The music's really good, especially the DD fight. And honestly, I play this a ton. I love going back to this game, honestly. So yeah. Kirby's Dream Course. I was never a fan of... I'm terrible at golf and video games, except Mario Golf Postal Tour. But I honestly thought this was a fun time. I had a lot of struggles with it though, so maybe like B tier, honestly. But it's definitely a fun time with a friend. Kirby's Dreamland 2. This is an interesting one. That's basically the OG Dreamland, but slightly better. It's definitely an interesting time. Not something I go back to, so probably a B tier. And Kirby's Adventure, a B tier. Definitely a classic, so... Actually, I'll put in... Does this go in A tier? Why not? Just put in A. One that for you NES games hasn't aged poorly. Kirby's Air Ride! Yes, S tier. Easily one of the best Kirby games, racing. One of the best racing games. It's not better than Double Dash though. I'm still nostalgic for it, but it's definitely a fun time. I really want this series. I really want a new Kirby Air Ride, honestly. And I love how Rosalina's reveal for Smash Bros. I really thought it was just Kirby and Mario Kart, to be honest. So yeah. Alright. Kirby's Avalanche. I kinda like Puyo Puyo. It's one of my favorite puzzle games. So maybe that's why I kinda think it's like an A tier, honestly. So yeah. I don't know how anyone could call this bad, honestly, especially the dialogue. Kirby in the Amazing Mirror. Now, this one is a really, really fun time. I think I'm putting this in S, honestly. Like, there's a Metroidvania Kirby adventure. I really want another one, honestly, because I thought this was a fun time. So, yeah. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. So, I did make a tier of Kirby because, yeah. But, I think I'm going to add row above because... SSS. I think Kirby in the Forgotten Land is the best Kirby game, honestly. I'm not joking. It's not nostalgia for one of the few Kirby games we'll talk about. I honestly love this. It's a 3D adventure. You run around the Waldy Town. You fish. The music's great. Oh man, this actually is this is my new favorite Kirby game. This is gonna turn into a popular bad thing, I can tell. All right. Yeah. Next up, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, which is basically a sequel to Canvas Curse. Though slightly, I like the art style though, but god, this game did not need to be this hard. So, B tier. Alright, Kirby Fighters 2, definitely a fun time, but it definitely gets pretty old after a month or something, but definitely fun for what it was. Kirby's Return to Dreamland. This is an S tier. Originally was my favorite Kirby game until I played Forgotten Land, so, yeah. Kirby's Epic Yarn! I love this one a lot. This is also going in S tier. And you may not die at all, but it's still a unique concept in the Kirby series, honestly. So, yeah. Kirby Star Allies! I know this might be crazy, but I'm gonna put this in... Should I put this in A or B? I'm gonna put this in A. Now, before anyone gets mad at me, I know the game isn't great for everyone, but it definitely made it better with the DLC. And I don't even think the game was unfinished, and people will probably have the same opinions even if it wasn't for the DLC. I honestly thought this game was overhated, decent at best, so it's on the lower A tier, but definitely is not a bad Kirby game. I don't know how it's bad, honestly, when there's DeRoach. So yeah. Kirby Pinball Land. I'm sorry, y'all. C. I hate pinball games so much. Kirby Triple Deluxe. I'm gonna put this in S tier as well. Definitely a fun... I had a little nostalgia for this one. This is definitely an amazing game. Kirby Tilt and Tumble. What the heck? Oh yeah, the controlling your stupid thing. Yeah, C. But I don't think it's bad. And last but not least, Kirby Planet Robot, going into S tier. I don't think it's the second coming of Crisis of the Kirby series, but it's definitely an amazing game, for sure. So yeah. And that's all the Kirby games ranked. That's right, everybody. I didn't call a single Kirby game bad, because Kirby does not have a bad title. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. What's your favorite Kirby game? Let me know in the comments below. Later, folks.